So, finding your center, getting grounded in your body. We're going to talk a bit about trauma and what it means in the body before we move into practice together, because there's a lot to understand about the human brain before we even move into this. So, we are made up of parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system in our autonomic nervous system. Our brains are wired for to protect us, and they are wired to protect us when we hear a loud sound. Our sympathetic system goes and we get in fight or flight, and we need to protect ourselves. So then we start sweating, we begin to have our heart rate accelerate, and our left-right brain crossover goes out the window. We lose left-right brain crossover when we're in trauma response. We're more focused on survival instincts. So that may be fight, flight, or freeze are three options there. So you get angry, you fight the bear in the jungle, right? That doesn't usually work out the best, but that is the instinct. So how do we figure out a way to cultivate our energy so we respond without reactivity in moments that could trigger going out the window into the trauma zone, right? So trauma is in every body. It's not just people who have been traumatized at an early age. Now, there are two kinds of traumatization. There is traumatization that happens after like a shock. Say I am held at gunpoint at a bank or something when I'm 20 years old, just went to college. I may end up with this physical vibration, this look of being traumatized, of trying to protect all of your internal organs. All your vital organs are held in this space, right? In your Sushumna, your central channel, your center. And so we have these ribs, we have all of these bones protecting these organs, right? But we go into protection, and our body literally goes in on itself, right? So if I have had a huge shock trauma early in my life, I may walk through the world more hunched over and protecting my heart center, protecting my belly, protecting all of these organs, just so that I know that I'm safe, right? So, and that is also connected with our vagus nerve, which runs through the entire body, and also our psoas holds all of our stress. And now this muscle runs all the way through our central channel. So when we are traumatized or shocked, we go into ourselves, we aren't able to access this open-heartedness and this kind nature of connecting with each other. So if someone is traumatized, they may have less facial expression. They may move through the world slowly, more lethargically, and that's more of like a freeze sensation. So fight, flight, freeze. Freeze is like preparing for death. Like that bear got you cornered, your body is shutting down, it wants to expel any sort of bodily functions that have been held, right? So it is, and the body, the heart rate starts to slow down in preparation for death. And often our bodies get tricked into thinking that we are in that survival mode when we are not necessarily. Our bodies have just not released the trauma that is in us. So it's an opportunity for us to look at tools to regulate our nervous system.